Now to our special coverage of a star-studded night at the 42nd Annual Kennedy Center Honors. Sesame Street, Sally Field, Earth, Wind & Fire, and conductor Michael Tilson Thomas were all celebrated for their lifetime contributions to the performing arts.
The event was held earlier this month in Washington and aired last night on CBS. CBS News White House correspondent Paula Reid was on the red carpet, and she joins us now from Washington with all the highlights. Yeah, you're up pretty early, considering you probably had a late night.
Yeah, and I know you do this every year. You love doing it.
I do. I love doing this. I have watched the Kennedy Center Honors every year with my family since I was little. It's a tradition. So when they asked me to take a little break from the White House for a night, come over and participate in this, I was absolutely thrilled.
So your biggest takeaways from the night?
The biggest takeaway is, look, there's so much division, not only in Washington, but in the country. And what's so incredible about watching this ceremony last night is how the arts bring people together. You play an Earth, Wind & Fire song, you have everybody dancing. You have Nancy Pelosi dancing in the balcony, you have Trump officials dancing on the floor. Everybody is unified in their love for this incredible music. I mean, everyone loves Sesame Street, right? Even if you don't have children at home, you're familiar with the characters, and for almost everyone, that's a universally positive association. I don't know if you remember, but there was also that one moment where Tom Hanks came out to honor Sally Field, and he opened with saying, "Hi, Mama," a reference to Forrest Gump.
Right,
everybody laughed, right? Everybody gets it, and it's something that really unifies us in a time when people are so divided.
You know, it's funny, Paula, I don't know, Emery, if you know this, but Secretary of State Mike Pompeo launched a personal Twitter account this week. Yeah, and I went through the list. You always want to see who they're following.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And one of the folks that he's following is Earth, Wind & Fire.
Really?
Yeah.
Right?
Which is
and
like
he was there
amazing.
that night, right? He was dancing, as was Nancy Pelosi. It brought everyone together at this moment that is so divisive, that is so sort of unpleasant at times, particularly in this town. It was a magical night, and everyone felt that.
So did you get to meet any of the Muppets? Because that's Diana Miller and I did a thing on CTM for our weekly chats, and we had the Muppets, and we were like it was like we were gone. It was so amazing.
It's wild. Yes, I am on a first-name basis with Bert and Ernie. I had a chance to interview Big Bird, Cookie Monster, Elmo, and I was just amazed. They're obviously, we all know this is adult programming, they are puppets, but they're so quick, they're so funny. But you have to remember, specifically when it comes to Elmo, he's a toddler. So when you ask questions, it's not like when I'm lobbing questions at the president or the attorney general. It's a different conversation, but it was really it was lovely to get to interact with them, a little bit different from the day job.
And Earth, Wind & Fire, one of my favorites for sure, right? You talked about your birthday. My birthday's the 21st of September, so you know that's my jam. But they've been around forever, and I think it's just sort of lovely to see them getting this level of honor.
Absolutely, and they had such an incredible tribute because, of course, in the Kennedy Center Honors, they have a current artist come out and sing the biggest hits and pay tribute to the artists. And it was amazing. They had John Legend, they had the Jonas Brothers, they had Cynthia Erivo, they had all of these great acts come out and sing their songs, and it really spoke to the influence that they've had on subsequent generations of Americans. But I'll tell you, at the end, when they were singing Earth, Wind & Fire's biggest hits, everyone in the entire auditorium was on their feet.
And Paula, real quick, I mean, we've talked about all of these other folks who are probably familiar to most people, but Michael Tilson Thomas is such a huge luminary in the world of classical music that you even had Metallica playing tribute.
Playing the drums.
Yeah, because that's how influential just on music in general he has been.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that's so special about the Kennedy Center Honors. There's often someone who's involved in the movies, a director or a movie star who you know, singers, bands who you know, but they often celebrate composers, dancers, folks that you don't know as well. They're not necessarily household names, but they've had these incredible careers. And that's one of my favorite parts about the ceremony is you get a retrospective and you learn, like you just said, that he's worked with Metallica to the point where one of the members of Metallica was there playing the band. Lars was there playing in the band, playing the drums during this tribute. So it really is cool. In addition to Linda Ronstadt, Sally Field, Earth, Wind & Fire, Michael Tilson Thomas, and Sesame Street, Street, the first TV show to ever be honored. It's really cool to just take a minute, look back at the legacy of some of these shows you know, some of these composers you don't. It's just an amazing celebration of the arts of all forms.
Yeah, check out Michael Tilson Thomas conducting the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, Beethoven's Symphony No. 9.
Amazing. No words, just a gesture. Paula Reid, thank you so much.